I'm actually not too upset with this. I have no idea where to go. It looks cute. Okay, the music's a little too loud for my taste now. I feel like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I'm leaving it on odd numbers. That's how much I'm committed. Okay. Oh, don't focus. Yeah, jump around. That's right, jump around. Let's see. A rainbow would be fun. I'm sure. It's just nerves. No. I thought that was the Red Dead Redemption soundtrack for a second. Trying not to look at reference, because if I get caught up in looking at reference, then I'm gonna lose my mind. Trying to get the proportions of a unicorn perfect. At the startup screen, it's like, doesn't have to be perfect. I know. I know. Not a court. My brain hasn't digested that part yet. I keep, like, come on, it's your pace. Come on. Relax, you can do this. I lost that train of thought. This will happen a lot. I don't want to rush through this, but there are some unique items you can get, like one of the crab, like it's a crab ball. Like I like to say it krabu. I like to pronounce it krabu. It's nice to get a view from the distance. But it's a little bouncy ball that you can just like toss around your studio. They're fine and they're okay. It's just like a little treat. I want a majestic tail. I'm gonna make the tail rainbow. Think of a composition for this too. Let the composition happen. I think too hard about this stuff. Or maybe I don't think hard enough and I just think I just think I am. Oh god, this game rules. I have never played an art game with that is this robust and just, oh god, I mean, my god, look at, like, the paint, look, you can literally watch the paint dry. That's important. Look at this. That's like real canvas, it's like a real canvas texture. It's as close to painting with traditional paint as I'm probably gonna get. And you know how much that shit costs for like one tube, one brush? Also, it's like, I don't like washing brushes. It's messy. I don't like all the cleanup afterward. Is that you? What happened to imagination? What would like 8-year-old Violet want to see from you? What would 8-year-old Violet do if she saw? Well, 8-year-old Violet would lose her fucking mind at this game. That's for sure. I have no light source. At least I sort of know how to paint now, after doing it digitally for the last couple of years. Just photo studies and stuff. Well, a lot of them are screenshots from games I like and want to draw fan art of. I'm just... Yeah, that's fine. Lose yourself. Don't think about it. I'm just doing things without thinking about it right now. It sounds so depressed and like... Art is hard. Party all night. Oh, this is real. These are real pg&e hours, by the way. It's Pacific Gas and Electric, the company that provides electricity to most of California, if not all. It's cheaper to run. It's cheaper to use electricity at non-peak hours of the day. So, which would be like what? Let me see. Electricity saving hours. You can reduce your usage during the peak time of save money by what? Charging your EV. I don't know what an EV. Electric vehicle. Well, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have one of those. You can reduce your usage during the peak time of 4 to 9 p.m. every day. So basically, everybody's fucking using the most electricity around like 4 to 9 p.m. every day, I think, is what that means. So it's cheap. A lot of us will run like our washing machines, the dishwasher, laundry. Yeah, washing machine, dishwasher, the same thing. And laundry, but yeah, they're all the same. You get my point. That sounds like one of the opening Red Dead Redemption tracks, like the first, not the first one, but Red Dead Redemption. It strikes me every time. I forgot what I was talking about again. I'm not even thinking about it, but I need a light source. Do you need? Yeah. You do. Oh, I thought the lights flickered for a moment. We haven't had any random power outages. Knock on wood. So that's been nice. God, fucking pg&e is like notorious for having not maintaining their power lines correctly and just having their fucking shit explode and actually cause wildfires due to poorly maintained. Because if you don't, turns out if you don't maintain your power lines, they're gonna fall the fuck apart, and when that, I don't know if you guys can see that, the lights flickering a little bit. Maybe that was just me. A lot of electricity. Go out to Electric, and then we'll take it higher. Oh Lord, oh Lord, I kind of want to put a garden or something. The archway to I don't need to. Forget about it, Violet. Forget about it. I have OCD, I was diagnosed with it when I was 8, so that can interfere with making art a lot, even though I am Even though I'm in therapy and I have a psychiatrist, I see a therapist, I take medication, I'm fine, but certain times there's only so much the OCD brainworm will listen to. Not even OCD necessarily. Part of it's probably not a personality thing, but just like, have I always been a perfectionist? Because I remember slowly, like, I can like remember developing OCD actually just by the way that I was struggling to draw as a child. Like, I'm 4 years old, I'm like, yay, I'll draw whatever I want, it doesn't have to look perfect, it's fine. Slowly, over time, I struggle to draw more and more. I'm like, no, this doesn't, and this isn't like, oh, this doesn't look right, no, this doesn't look like, this is like, I'm drawing the same line over and over again. I'm not painting. I'm erasing. I'm like drawing and erasing and redrawing and erasing and redrawing and erasing. I'm like 7 years old drawing Hello Kitty fan art. And yeah, just kind of the slow. Also it's not just OCD necessarily, but like what did Picasso say? Like, took him his whole life to, like, he took him like 20 years to learn how to paint or something, learn how to paint like a professional or whatever, but it took him his whole life to learn how to paint like a child. You know what? I'm gonna look that up. Paint like a child, Picasso. It took me 4 years to paint like Raphael, but a lifetime to paint like a child. 4 years? Okay, flex. Speed running it. Oh yeah, that's right, I was gonna like make an archway. I don't know about colors though, it's kind of hard. Well, no, not necessarily. If you're doing color mixing, I was about to say it's going to be harder than usual to like keep checking value and whether my colors are all right. Because it's one thing to like mix colors and get them all from the same palette, so it looks unified. It's another thing altogether to, and I'm sure. Of course there are artists who can just like pull random colors from random sources and make it look good. I'm not one of those yet. So, what is it? I guess you can color pick in this way. Give me something. First, let me. I love this. You can fuck up your studio too. Like in the best way. Like the water, if you spill water, knock it over. If you spill water, it like reflects that. It shows. It's got like paint physics. I love it. There we go. See? Okay. It's fun. Entertainment should be free for everyone. Shouldn't be like, it it should be, or it should at least be accessible to everybody, right? You shouldn't be, like, I'm so fucking lucky that I'm able to get my hands on video games. Some people, will never be exposed to this incredible art medium just because they don't have the money. They don't have the resources to actually play them. They might not have a strong enough, even if they were able to pirate it, maybe their computer isn't strong enough to play it. Maybe they don't have anything to play games on at all. Just for whatever reason, economically, materially, they're not able to engage with that art. And I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair. What are you going to do about it, Violet? I don't know. That's just my take on it. Will my brushes actually stick here? Aw. Why don't I trust this? Why don't I trust actual hangers like these? I have Disco Elysium in my library. I want to play. Is that how you pronounce that? Elysium? No fall damage. We love that. Imagine fall damage in this game. Hardcore mode. Okay. Focus. Alright, so something gray. Excuse me. Might look gray. Oh. I mean, obviously this is part of the fun. Okay. Anyway, this game gives you very unique opportunity when it comes to painting, and I think I'm gonna have a lot more fun with this now that I'm a little bit more familiar with how to paint. Set it down, silly goose. That's not how you set that down. It's like, no man, I got you. It's like, we got you. We'll help you figure it out in the meantime. Yeah, the pg&e, their power lines would just like fucking fall the fuck apart, start wildfires that would increase the power, that would further increase the damage sustained by their power lines, causing more fires. Like, it's just a fucking clusterfuck, especially in 2020. My God, dude, the sky was like neon orange. My phone camera could not capture, my phone camera couldn't even, it kept like adjusting. And it's like, no, dude, this is it looks like fucking Fallout sky out there. It is not, it is very eerie. It didn't smell like anything though, because in the Bay Area we have, come on Violet, you know how to do this. We have this lovely queen, something called, like, what is it, the marine layer in the atmosphere, that it's kind of like not a floating, it's like a floating block of humidity that absorbs shit like, the surrounding shit like ash and, not debris, but that's why it didn't smell smoky outside. When the sky was neon orange, it was it's so odd. Out of an orange colored sky. God. can't believe it. When I saw how much time I had, because on PS5 it shows you in your game collection how many hours you've logged in them. When I saw how much time I'd logged in Fallout 4, I was sick. I was sick. It was over 1,000 hours. I picked up that game at a seriously, like, unironically really dark and stressful time in my life. I mean, I'll just say there was a lot of domestic violence happening at home, and I couldn't escape it, and I just had no control over anything, or it just felt like I was like, fuck, I'm stuck here. And I'll just ignore. I just try and ignore everything, and gain some semblance of. And like Fallout 4 it's just like, the wasteland is your oyster. The writing is fucking god awful. It's so Jesus Christ. Some of the performances are so bad. Like they did Preston so dirty. I love Curie though. She's one of my faves. And Kate is wonderful. I love her. And Nick Valentine, of course, fan favorite. You were gonna. That's what you're gonna do, silly goose. Does this look? Does this look gray enough? Maybe. It's real pg&e hours. Oh God, look at that. That's so satisfying. The wetness of the paint. Oh, and you better believe that these paint physics, like, interact with each other. You can, like, daub at the... and, like, daub at the paint while it's still wet. Like that. It's nice. Yeah, no, relax. That'd actually be really a very interesting turn of events if my passion for art is reignited by a fucking video game about making art. That would be really cool. Like full circle. I wish I had a way to like check my values. Make it a little bit darker. This probably isn't the most entertaining. Well, I think it's a very entertaining game. Maybe not the most engaging one to stream. Or I think it's exciting. I was gonna say maybe not the most exciting one. It's not that I don't have anything to talk about, it's just that this is one of those games that take focus. I've been crouching this whole time, what the fuck? Games that take focus and the process that takes focus. I want the archway to be broken, I've decided. Like it's crumbling at the top. Is it fun to watch other people make art? Ask the artist. No, I mean like in a live setting like this. Oh my god. You're not fucking it up. Hey, be nice to yourself. Be nice. You're not fucking it up. You're not fucking it up. You're adding texture. How's that? texture. How's that? It's nice. I can touch that up with some. Maybe I should have waited to airspray. Oh well. Okay. No! Fuck! God damn it. This is the point. This would be the point, like in real life, this would be the point where I'm years and years and years ago, once upon a time ago, this might have just made me been like, this is it. I've ruined it. It's fucked. It's not fucked. Yeah, I'll like have it broken, sort of crumbling so the sunlight can come through. Be nice. Then we can get a light source. Man, I told my in-game sister that I'd make this for quick, but it's gonna end up taking 400 years. There's a score. Like you can, when you start selling your commissions and like publishing them in galleries and stuff, they score you on your art, and I have no idea how they do that. I have no idea what the scoring system is, like what parameters there are that dictate how well you do. It's been like, but Violet, it has been 2 years since you played this game. 2 whole years since you played this game. So. There's probably a lot. Certainly a lot. I just lose the sentence sometimes. Yeah, you know what the hell. Do the sticky note locations just kind of like the sticky notes just like respawn where they are? Yeah, please. I think stuff like this should be freely accessible to everybody. How do we do that, Violet? And how do people make money? I don't fucking know. That's just my take. I am presenting new ideas. These are not new ideas. Controversial they seem to be. It's like, no, fuck you. Just because, like, what? Poor people can't be entertained? You have to earn that too, huh? Tisk tisk. Edgeworth Sprite. Oh god, yes! Oh my god. Fuck. Oh my god. Every time I remember Miles Edgeworth, which is a couple times per day, I'm like, oh fuck, yes, Gyakuten Kenji 1 and 2 remastered and localized. Both of them. I wonder what Yumihiko's like final official, like actual official Crapcom localization name will be. In the fan translation, it's Sebastian de Best. That's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to beat. He's the best in my art. My son. I say this the last time I streamed this live, but like I want to, you know, if it weren't a waste of medical resources, I would love to just get a PET scan of my brain, or like whatever scan it is that you get of your brain, where it's like all the colors that show like which lobes are lighting up and activating and stuff. I want one of those to see which lobes of my brain light up in which colors when I lay eyes on Yumihiko Ichinagi. That's my son. I will protect him at all costs. Sometimes I think like, oh man, Violet, it's kind of silly how attached you get to fiction. Like, obviously I can distinguish between fiction and reality, but I don't think it's that silly when you write a bunch of stories. Like, of course you're going to be emotionally invested. Of course you're going to get... You like to do this stuff. You like to write. You like good writing. Just, like, do not skip. If you've been on the fence about the Ace Attorney Investigations games, like, vault over to one side because they're very good. They're both very good. The second one's even better. But the first one is absolutely, you gotta play the first one. You have to. Lung is in that one. I mean, he's in it for... Shilong Lung is in the first, of course, he makes his debut in the first Ace Attorney Investigations game. But he's also in Ace Attorney Investigations 2, but he's barely there. Not nearly as much as he is in Investigations 1. And, like, you need to see his... Like, he is such a fantastic foil for Edgeworth. He's more compatible with Edgeworth than Phoenix. They work to... Edgeworth literally referred to them as kindred spirits. I took a goddamn screenshot of it. I was so shocked. Also, like, at the very end of the game, it's been a while since Lung has showed up. I don't want to spoil, but he pulls up, and the first thing he says to Edgeworth after not having spoken to him since the last trial, which was maybe a week prior, he's like, Lungxi says, ferocious love blooms with each new spring. I'm like, you roll up, you pull up to Edgeworth's office, you see him, and that's the first fucking thing you say to him? There's no way you're not flirting. There's no way you're not flirting with him. Let me find it. Well, it's not really a screenshot if I take a picture of it with my phone. But oh my god, all the ones I have with Yumiko in his logic chest. Let me see here. No, Lung refers to them as kindred spirits. Get the hair off my phone. Can you see that? Probably not. How do people do that? Where they... Just take my word for it. Get me to the ferocious love blooms with each new spring. That's a fucking crazy thing to say to somebody after you haven't seen them in a while. Yeah, see? Lungji says, ferocious love blooms with each new spring. Fuck. Now I'm just going through these. Oh, God. There is a character in Investigations 2 who activates my fucking fight response, and I think it would be... It is very obvious who. God, man, I want to share all this stuff, but, like, it's late game spoilers, and I will absolutely... I cannot spoil. I hate spoilers. For video games, mostly. I will, before I see a movie, unless the movie is, already about something I'm really into and don't want spoilers for, like, I don't know, a series or something, I will read before I see the movie, I will read the synopsis on Wikipedia so I know what to expect. Not so I know what to expect. Well, I guess sorta. But also, like, you know, does this sound like something I'm interested in seeing? Instead of like, oh, let's find out. It's like, no, I don't really want to sit. With all the love to film enthusiasts, I don't want to sit and waste. Well, it's not a waste of two. It's not a waste of 2 hours if you're like a film critic and you see a shitty film, and you're like, God, fuck, this was so bad. I can't believe I sat through the last 2 hours of that. It's like, I got the platinum for Detroit Become Human. You know where's the difference? And that's like that's, oh my God. I think I have. I don't even want to talk about the amount of hours I have in Detroit Become Human. I hate Detroit Become Human. It's one of my favorite games. That's so much wasted potential. The archway is too wide. Whatever, it got busted. Really good music to focus to. Music to focus to. You can change the canvas and like, that is fun, yes, you can work through many canvases, or work on multiple canvases at once, which is lovely. Should color pick that one too. Whistling is a good way to test your sound, test your audio, I think. I should probably use the detail brush for this one. Oh, you can buy different kinds of brushes too. Fuck, I gotta finish this unicorn. I'll spend too much time on it. Too much. Oh, you know what I don't like? I don't like the word overachiever. Because, like, achieving something is great, right? What's wrong with achieving lots of things? Like, no, you're achieving too much. I don't like that. You're too ambitious. I don't like that. I don't get it. Like, it's one thing if it's really impacting that person's life and stressing them out, but it's another thing entirely if they just like to do their best and they just like to do their best and like a challenge and want to look at something and see, looking at something that's really difficult, that looks almost totally insurmountable, and being like, you know what, I'm gonna try. It fucking looks hard and impossible, but damn it, I really want to do it. I really, really, really want to do it, so I'm gonna try. That's great. It's also totally fine to not want to achieve things. And the reason I say that is because, I don't know, it sounds more like something, it sounds more revealing of people who prefer to underachieve, which again, there's nothing wrong, or underachieve. That sounds worse. That sounds bad too. Like you have some sort of expectation, some sort of like if you don't achieve enough, like then you're still like fuck, you can't win either way. That's lame. I have to talk through the whole thing about it. Sometimes it's nice to just, you know. The horse can be in front of it. Horse. It's a unicorn. I don't know why I keep saying horse. Maybe the horse is standing in front of it. Yeah. Why not? Nice. Maybe an illusion of depth. Oh, something I worry about. Well, you're gonna have to get over this one. I feel bad because I've streamed on Twitch before in the past and had the very fun and unique opportunity to actually talk to people while streaming. Not that I don't have that here. It's just I was when I was trying out Twitch, I was more active. I forgot where I was going with that. Hey, if that is annoying to you. Imagine what it's like when I'm trying to remember what I was doing. I want there to be. I'm just maybe not gonna. God, if I spend as much time on this as I want to, I'm just gonna end broke. But I don't want to put no effort into. I don't want to put zero effort into it either. There's more here than there once was. That's great. You know what? Give the unicorn a horn so you remember that it's a unicorn. Yeah, I just get like when the lights flicker, I'm like, oh fuck. Momentary flashback. There we go, there's a horn. Oh, you know what would be fun? Some flowers in the foreground. That would be really fun. Does that register as a... Does that register the color then? This is fun. It's nice to just like mess around the studio and do nonsensical things such as these. I probably dried. Paint drying physics. Okay, so that was... trying to get something green. Like greenish. A little too bright. How does that look? It's too green. I want it to be kind of a teal. It's not dark enough. Not dark enough. Would not pass the value check. Gotta be a little bit more blue. God, I'm hemorrhaging money while I paint this. That can work. Yeah, objects in the foreground are darker. Objects in the background are fainter. Lighter. Oh, it's... Oh boy, 3 a.m.! Sponge. Oh no! Fuck! God damn it. Forgot it did that. I forgot the sponge did exactly what a sponge does when you put it in water. Happy accidents. Are you done? Try this thing out. That's what he said. Oh, guess it's making me clean up either way, huh? I don't know how to dry this thing. You can see like the streaks of dampness where the sponge once was too. It's beautiful. Okay, I don't think this one has any moisture in it. Good. Kick is just like beyond salvation, right? Spray paint that too. I do this until I run out of money, and then I tell my sister, I'm sorry, I was gonna make more, but sorry, I was gonna finish it, but well, you know how I am, sis. Or no, no, no. Yeah, give me that. Mom's spaghetti. They're half, the Krabu, they're half arthropod, half cephalopod. 100% in my heart. I love them. They're so cute. They're so cute. Don't rush yourself through story mode, but, you know, don't linger either. It's almost been an hour? Are you serious? Wow. That's the thing that surprises me the most when I stream. The first time I streamed, it was Assassin's Creed Origins. And someone was really kind. DSG, I don't remember what the rest of I don't remember the rest of the numbers, but they were very kind. They talked to me about streaming and gave me some tips while I was there. They just kind of randomly stumbled upon my stream. And it was really sweet. Yeah, it was 4.5 hours. By the time it was over, it felt like 3 seconds. It was really fun. Just playing one of my favorite games and talking about it, and I was like 4.5 hours for your first impromptu stream is pretty insane. I didn't feel compelled to make it that long, it just sort of happened. And, you know what they say, time flies when you're having fun. And fuck does time fly when I stream. So that's gotta be worth something. I forgot that you can change the nozzle. It's like 4 different settings, it's awesome. I do scattered for the pushes. Oh my god, this rules. This is way cheaper than just like running into the tube of paint. I hope I can remember that. Violet will remember that. Hopefully. Yeah. What color would the clouds be? I think they'd probably be some kind of, yeah, they'd be blue, maybe bluish, kind of a periwinkle. God, I wish I could check my values. I feel like they're not very good right now. Squeeze me. Oh, I'm definitely not gonna eat a Jolly Rancher on stream. That would be the most insufferable sound to listen to. Apart from slurping into the mic. One moment, please. This is like entitled American problems, but because we have the air conditioning running like all the time now, it's really dried out the air in our house. And my nose is just like, I'm trying to play the game while I'm still in OBS, and my nose is just like dry. No, I guess on the, you know, on the bright side, that's less congestion from seasonal allergies, so one could look at it like that. Oh shit, I thought that was out. Oh well. Am I still crouching? forget that. In the background that are darker. I might have to rush. Nah, you don't have to rush through it. You don't have to do anything, silly. Don't have to do anything at all. Oh, here you are. You can just stream until you get bored of painting or bored of the streaming experience for the moment, or you're tired. I don't know. We're gonna have a horse in front. Horse. It's a unicorn. We've established that. Let's give it an eye. Needs to see. Do I give it like teeny beady eyes, or do I give it large? Quit staring at me with them big old eyes. Unicorns have ears too. I think that's what I'm forgetting. Allegedly. Well, of course they do. Why wouldn't they have ears? That's kind of cute. Oh, let's give this unicorn like a gray muzzle. Oh, that's cool. Swaps it out automatically. I was like, fuck, it's gonna throw the brush again, isn't it? No. Not at all. Ah, that's what was happening. Okay. I was dabbing at the yellow. God. I am not the greatest. You can always paint over it again, Violet. See? Maybe it looks a little goofier for it, but you can tell it's a unicorn now. Oh, maybe it is relaxing to watch people make art. It might sound weird, like, wouldn't you know, coming from an artist? It's like, well, not necessarily. Sometimes I watch people make art and I just get angry with myself for not being able to do that. No fault of the artist at all, it's just me being... Oh, what happened to my passion? What happened to my muse? My muse! I don't know, maybe my muse is trapped on that precursor island. No, what was it? God, I want to play. Okay, every time I do that, like the lights flickered. I want to play Jack and Daxter the Precursor Legacy on stream. That's one of my favorite games. Aww. I like the little snoot. I love that little snoot. I love that little snoot. I almost don't want to make it look like a horse anymore. I kind of just want to... I don't know if you guys can see that, probably because I... Maybe not. Jesus, how much juice am I using? Hold on a sec, maybe the washer or dryer is running. The washing machine, like... Dude, the washing machine. This is a lot. Oh, don't tell me I've had hair on my microphone this whole time. That would suck. Ruin the stream quality. Okay, hold up. The washing machine was not on. I swear to God, I feel that thing is powerful. Every single time it runs, like the house practically shakes. I feel like I am just a few seconds away from a trip to Kansas. I'm actually quite hungry. I'm actually quite hungry. Oh, the little snoot! That's cute. I love that. Happy. Talk about a happy accident. I'm hungry and I don't want to eat on stream. I want to eat into the mic. It's like huge. Huge. Fuck! Okay, well. That is easily rectifiable. Who knows? That might become something. Yeah, it's been like an hour. I'm hungry. So I'm not gonna eat on stream. I will save. I might play a little more of this. Or off stream rather. So the next time you see this, it may look a little bit different. Hopefully for the better. Hey, if you're watching this VOD for whatever reason, thank you. I appreciate it. It's nice. I hope to do streams like this more often. Just slowly, kind of, get used to it. Get used to it. Make it a routine. Kind of like left for love, right for spite. Kind of like art. I guess that's another hang-up I have about streaming, is that the more time I put into streaming, the less I have to study art and improve it. That's not to say I don't have any at all, but that's not what my primary focus would be anymore. My primary focus, fuck, I talk like an android sometimes. That's not where my focus would be. I don't know where my focus is now. I'm gonna like heat up a frozen pizza and see if it's edible. We have like Red Baron pizzas in there. I don't remember those tasting very good from like school lunches, but hey, can I bring this up? Like, do you know what avoidant restrictive food intake disorder is? Avoidant, restrictive, excuse me, food intake disorder. I have that. Maybe you can see that in the chat. My mom actually sent me a CNN article about it. It was pretty recent, too. July 2nd, 2024. I know it's CNN Health. Take it with a salt lick, but I would call this the silent eating disorder. What experts want you to know about ARFID? I could read this whole ass article aloud to you. Oh my god, all these fucking ads. All these goddamn... Fuck, can you just let me see the fucking article? No wonder we're so brain dead. How enthused are you to read more about something when you're slammed with like information overload when you're actually trying to read some shit? You're getting pelted with ads for like fucking Volvo and Monster Energy and Pinterest shit, and they're all like, there's all this shit flying around on the screen. No wonder they're so hard to read. Let's see. What is ARFID? Rather than restricting their calories or nutritional content, people with ARFID often limit their food by sensory or textural preferences. This is where a person will usually restrict the variety and volume of food because they have incredibly debilitating beliefs about the composition of the food. Examples can be not eating any foods that are a certain texture, a certain smell, a certain flavor, even a certain brand of food. In some cases, people with ARFID have had a traumatic experience with food. Like yours truly. Many. Fuck, it's such a social... It is such a social handicap, dude. Like, the number one thing we all socialize around is eating, right? And when you're the scum of the earth picky eater, it's just like not worth it to eat around other people. In some cases, people with ARFID have had a traumatic experience with food, like choking, which increases a greater vigilance with eating, Marie said. Other times, people with this condition seem to have a low drive to eat and high anxiety around food. Is it like picky eating? Many kids are picky and try to get out of eating some foods, some vegetables or other food, but that's not the same as ARFID. One way to spot the difference is the level of impairment and anxiety that comes with facing a new food. Yeah, I said I was going to end the stream. Like, I used to watch Dr. K every once in a while. I think he's doing a good thing in general, but I feel like he kind of missed the mark on a few things. I don't really remember what the subject was, but he was addressing someone who was like having trouble being more spontaneous or something, and he's like, go to a random restaurant you've never been to before and order something random off the menu and eat it and see if you like it. I'm like, failed step one, doc. That's not going to happen. I'm not wasting money, the hard work of the people who made the food, and the food that could have gone to somebody else. Not happening. Not going to work. Nightmare scenario. Whenever somebody's like, oh man, I'm hungry. What do you guys want to eat? You know how everybody gets excited? Like, ooh. I'm like, God forbid you ask me. Like, hey, Violet, what do you want to eat? I'm like, you guys, whatever you want. Because my restricted diet, at that point, it kind of affects other people. Or at least I've been led to believe that it does. Anyway, a picky eater might be able to eat around a certain food on their plate, or they might be able to have a little bit of it. Somebody with ARFID might not be able to eat anything on the plate if a food that's deemed to be unacceptable is on the plate. And it can't touch either. They can't touch. And it isn't just a handful of foods that people with ARFID won't eat. Often people with this condition will have a list of as few as 5 or 10 Often people with this condition will have a list of as few as 5 or 10 foods that they will feel comfortable eating, she added. By she, I mean like the... Search CNN health article. I can't send it to my phone. I'm tired. I'm hungry. A greater vigilance around tasting may also come with ARFID, and many people with the condition can tell small differences, like if the brand of pasta sauce has been changed. That in itself can be quite debilitating and crippling for parents, said that doctor. How about it's quite debilitating and crippling for the person eating? Sorry, that's what this article is about, but... Social impacts as well. This can be very isolating people. People become super anxious about going to parties or any type of social event where they think they might not know where the food is going to be, or if you're even going to be, you know, eating it at all. Yeah, it's not picky eating. Don't shame people for that. Seriously, like, if I never had to eat again and I could just like stay healthy, like at this moment, like everything's the same, but I know this isn't possible, at least right now, but like you give me like a capsule with all of like the nutrients and nutrients and caloric intake and protein and all that shit, everything I need to be healthy. Just hand me that in like a capsule, a pill that you don't even chew, you just swallow it. That is like a dream for me. If I never had to eat again, because that just eliminates the stress entirely. Would I miss like pizza? Yeah. Would I miss soda? Yes. Goodbyes. Would I miss, I don't know, like ice cream sandwiches? Yeah. Would I miss apples? Yeah. But just the trade-off there is like, you know, the absence of earthly pleasures you used to enjoy versus the absence of stress when it comes to eating around other people. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and again, it has nothing to do with body image. It has to do with stress around eating and just being like, what happens if you try to eat a food that you can't? If you can get it down your gullet at all, you will probably, for me, I will throw it up. Like, I can feel it like sitting in my stomach like the fucking elephant's foot, and I'm like, this has to get out of me. I don't know what's in it. I swallowed a bite of potato salad that was terrible one time when I was at like a German restaurant with my mom and my uncle. And that shit was stewing in my stomach all day. It was so gross. Just one bite. Ugh. Anyway, that's enough complaining. If you wonder why I have the build of a Draugr, that's why. Anyway, so yeah, it's been about hour 18 minutes. I'm probably gonna call it here. Just one more sneak peek at the horse. Unicorn. I like this. I like this way better. I've changed my mind. I don't want a realistic unicorn muzzle. I want that little snoot. Take a closer look at that snout. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in if you watched it live. Thanks for tuning in if you watched the VOD. I have to be doing this. I love how you can live footprints. I love this so much, and then we can find the Krabu. That'll be fun. Oh, my little guy, my little friend. Okay, the stream's over for real now. I'm having too much fun.